Hey, welcome to the CR&E Morning Brew. It's December the 7th, 2023. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope you can all hear me okay. Good morning, Rick. Looks like you got in here way ahead of time, but welcome if you're still in here. Already? Yeah, he got you by a little bit. You got Curly. Morning, Curly. Always a proud member of the channel. So is Wigwag. Good morning, Wigwag. Train Freak as well. Channel member. Good morning. Who's away? Me. Hey, Chris. Hope everything's well with you and your family there. Thinking about you, buddy. Check out Chris's channel, man. Tennessee River Union. He's doing a lot of work on his backdrops. Those of you on Facebook, he also has a Facebook channel or page, same name. And he posts a lot on that. So anybody on Facebook wants to follow him. Lee, what's going on, Lee? Canfield road layout in the loft. Hot dog Andy. Pilot Andy. Afternoon to you. I have to go to the dentist. Uh-oh. Yeah, I just went Tuesday to the dentist. A couple cavities I had to have filled. Let me put up a video of a train show. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Let me see. I don't know if I switched my microphone over. Let me switch that. Now that I'm thinking about it, hopefully that sounds a little better. Bernard C., how's it going, my friend? John Manecki, morning. There's John. John Schoolkill. Hey, I just got your Sidetrack Sunday in replay. Nice little diorama you're working on there. With your diner build and parking lot. It's hard for me to catch you guys on Sunday, man. I got to go to bed so early. Oh, no, I was just going to ask you about that. We don't have any of that white stuff. We had a little storm and then, it all melted. It's supposed to be almost 50 today, upper 40s. No snow in Florida, but it's cold. Yeah, cold for you guys, I'm sure. What's the temperature? Dwayne, Working Spoon. Another guy, check out his Facebook channel. What bomber is that? Is it a? It's not a B. Is it a B-52? He's been building a lot of model kits. What scale is that? Because I'm actually, you kind of got me wanting to almost build a model kit. Not that I have enough model kits to build here for the layout, but yeah, I don't know. I used to be a member of back when I was a kid, Mom signed me up for some kind of model of the month club or something through Rebel or one of those. And once a month I get a model kit. It's supposed to be a little bit of everything. It seemed to be mostly jet planes. What I really wanted to build was ships and cars and trucks and stuff like that. Yeah, same here. It's supposed to be, mid to upper 50s over the weekend. Probably rain, of course, because why not? Supposed to be like 47 or something today. Kind of, it's going to be this time of year. It's crummy out. Might as well be cold enough to snow, and at least you cover up all that dreary looking dead grass and everything, 58. It's cold for Florida, yeah. Ray Bertelson, good morning to you. How are you? There's my buddy John Prescott. What's up, buddy? John did a lot of work on this layout design and my old one too. Had a few other people kick in later with some tweaks and stuff, but John was the basis of it. Does good work. Track planner. Hit up John if you're looking for a track planner. He does very reasonable priced and reasonable work. Good work. Reasonable price is what I'm trying to say. As well as our friend Jason. Also does track plans at a reasonable cost. There's kind of a collaboration, unknowing collaboration between John and Jason. Jason helped me tweak a few things for more prototypical operating with switching and that. But yeah, it's good to have friends. Good to know people. We have a good community and people willing to help out. So definitely check those two guys out for track planning issues or things of that nature. Hey, Jim Tedesco, what's happening, my man? I'm off to the saddest. The dentist, yeah. See, I don't even get Novocaine, man. This time was a little bit rougher, man. I probably should have, but I just hate the feeling of that stuff. My mouth is numb. Half the time I end up biting my cheek. I'm drooling all down my mouth. I'm trying to drink something. So I'd rather just go without it. Syracuse Row Fan Productions. Good morning. Took the dog out. Okay. Yeah, you got to kind of do that. Good afternoon, Ben. How you doing today? I'll get down the bottom of this list eventually. Hey, Derailed Darrow. What's happening, man? Listening while driving. That's all right. Appreciate it. Oh, boy, what a crummy show last week, guys. I apologize for that. The power went out. I thought, okay, well, maybe it'll click back on. Sometimes it'll kick off and back on. Just, I don't know. But then I heard somebody, something with a transformer blew up or I don't know, some nonsense. I didn't get my power back on, which in turn means I had no internet. So it was right around noonish. So I apologize for that. We only got, about 40 minutes in last week, but it's all right. I just had my van in for work, and I went out this morning to get gas. I come back, and the stupid check engine light's back on. So about 10:30, I got to run up to the shop, and they're going to throw it on the computer and read the code and see what it's doing. Hopefully it's something that's covered. It's already their work, and I don't have to pay more money. That was $2,500 I just put in that thing. Well, I put new tires on it and stuff too. So that was a good 1,000 of it. But anyways. Yes, Bernard, absolutely. December 7th, 1941. Pearl Harbor Day. Remembrance of that. And, first of all, they gave us a great world to live in. And then, what would they think of it today? The ones that are still alive probably shaking their heads in disbelief that we fought for this. It's got to turn back around. It's got to. It's just gone off the rails, stupid. So it's up to guys like us. It's up to us. We got to spread the word. We got to get out there and vote. We got to get out there and not just vote. We got to run in. Got to be at the polling stations. We got to watch this crap. Damn well, I'll never believe 81 million votes. Never believe it. I don't care what evidence you show me. I think it's nothing but a farce. But we fell asleep and we let the criminals run the inmates run the asylum. And now it's up to guys like us to get in there. We got to be there on election day. We got to be observers. We got to be working the polls. What are you going to do? You got to fight for this country. Well, we're going to lose it. And these kids seem to be content, man. They want socialism. They want communism. They think it's the greatest damn thing. While they're in the comfort of their college dorm rooms, mommy and daddy are paying for, or the government is paying for. Never had to work a day in their lives. Anyways, I'm not going to turn this into Mr. Jim Tedesco's show with a rant, but I guess that's the closest you're going to get to a rant about that. Dwayne says it's a B29. Okay. 172 scale. Okay, good. All right. I'm thinking about it. It stinks because I have so much to do here, man, on this railroad. But sometimes, like most of us, we have other hobbies, and sometimes I think it'd be kind of fun to build something different. I just enjoy building model kits. Know where to put them. I don't know where I put it. I guess I can hang them from the ceiling. 24 in Syracuse. Yeah. I don't know what it is now. I think it was around 40. Last I looked, it was 35 this morning. This is 37 now. I mean, 44 today. Weather forecast 54 tomorrow, 58 Saturday, and down to 43 Sunday. I'm on vacation next week, so I'm hoping to get down here and get some work done. I've been, let me switch cameras real quick. Well, Sundays I've been doing that, the build series with Chris, Go Home, and Trackside Mike's been on there, building that candy factory. I'm going to make it General Mills, I think, but here's part of it, silos on it. So back behind me, you kind of can see, if I get my big head out of the way, behind those scale trains boxing that's the building put together sitting up there. But anyways, so that's basically Sunday work. Which camera is it? Is this one? Yeah, okay. I've been building some trees, making some trees. You can see a few of them there. A couple down there to the right. I just prepped. I've painted about half a box, but I prepped 2 big boxes of super trees. And you have to kind of pluck little leaves off of them and stuff and break them apart and make trees out of them, individual trees. So I did that Tuesday. I was messing around with that. I got those couple of boxes ready to go. Painted about half a box. It's cold, man. It's kind of cold and hard to paint. I had to do it in the garage. But because I wasn't worried about any kind of finish, I figured it wouldn't really matter that much as far as the finish goes on them. I hit them with some brown, a little touch of green, just to give some color for the trunks and that, and then there's the farm. A lot of these trees, some of these trees are going to go up in here and down to the right there. But I just put a little walk path in front of the house. I put my gravel driveway down and parking area and stuff. I did that the other night. Do a little more static grass in the field. I don't know, man. I'm terrible with static grass. I can never get that stuff to stand up right. I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong with it. It drives me nuts, though. So like I said, I'm off next week. Hoping to get some of that kind of stuff done. Andy Dobson, good morning. How are you? Georgia Sunbelt, Anthony, good morning. Sorry, I'm getting way behind here. Ron Montague, just checking in. That's good, man. Always appreciate you checking in. It's good. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button, I don't know. We got about 18 in here now, it looks like. Plumber, I missed your show last night, bud. I was exhausted, man. I fell asleep on the couch. Been busy this time of year. We're always really busy. So by the time I get out of work, I'm spent. Then the wife and I had dinner and turned on one of those Christmassy kind of movies, and just chilled out. And I try to decompress. I like this time of year, and I just try to, Question of the day. If you had an option of doing your own layout in your home or be part of a model railroad club, what direction would you go and why? Good question. Thank you for that, Jason. I like having my own layout here. I could come and do what I want when I want. I don't have to play nice with anybody, I guess, But there's definitely something to be said about a club. You can definitely learn some things from other people, maybe teach some people some things that share. I've always heard that you got to watch the politics a lot of politics in the clubs. So I don't know. I guess depending on the club, really. If I ever do get to spend my winters or anything in Florida, I'm going to look at joining the Suncoast Model Railroad Club in Largo, Florida. That's Robert Sacco is the president of that club. And I've only been down there to visit a couple of times, and it seems like a good club. I don't know. What's a disturbing visual? Me? Yeah. Are you talking about the trees? So I don't really know all the ins and outs of the club, if there's any kind of troubles between people or not. I'm not that involved in it, but that's the area we want to move to, that side of Florida, more near the Gulf Coast, near the Tampa, Sarasota area. And I think that's the club I would look at joining if I ever did. Up here, I wasn't crazy about the one club I visited. That'd be probably the closest one to my house. But the nice thing with a club is you would have a greater area to run long trains. So if you have a home layout and it's a smaller layout, it would maybe be beneficial. Like Randall, for instance, he has a small home layout, but he belongs to that club, so he's able to take his trains and stretch them out, let them run, and enjoy them in that in that capacity. So it's nice. It's nice. So yeah, John kind of feels like that too. It's funny because I don't know that I want. I guess it depended who was in the club. Like I know Robert down there, so I would feel comfortable. A couple of guys I have met there have been friendly and welcoming, so that's cool. I think that would be a lot. Would depend on that, just like anything else. You want to feel like a part of it and welcomed, and like you can give your opinions and learn and so on, and have the time to run. That was the one thing I did like about that club that I did not join because it was COVID time, and all that shit was going on. So it was just, especially working in a hospital, man. Not that I don't want to get into all the COVID stuff, but a lot of them were older guys, and whatever. I just didn't join. But the one thing I did like about it is, once you were a member, I think you had to be a member for 6 months or something like that, or maybe a year. But they give you your own key, so you literally can go into that building any time of day or night, really, and do what you wanted to do, work on the layout or run trains or whatever, as what they explained to me. J-Rock does stuff. Good morning, rail peeps. Good morning to you. So, I mean, yeah, well, if you're talking about to the political stuff, yeah. I mean, that's the only way we're going to save this country, honest to God, man, is we need to get involved. We can't just sit by the sidelines and then worry about other people fixing it, because it's not. You can't trust people. You got to have people on our side that have our beliefs, want to, have family, faith, and freedom kind of values, to watch these poll workers and watch what's going on. I mean, there's so many shenanigans. I don't care what anybody says. You'll never make me believe that was the result. Call me what you want. I don't care. There's way too much evidence that they're intentionally ignoring. And, anyways, enough of that. I got to stop talking about that, so I get mad. It only took me 23 years with the decal. Oh, on the B29? Thanks, Syracuse Rail fan. It's all super trees and combination of super leaf material, and I use fine flocking. It's Scenic Express, most of it. Some of it's Woodland Scenic, most of it's Scenic Express. And I use the fine stuff for the super trees. To me, in my opinion, anything more than fine is it's too big for the super tree. But yeah, I enjoy making them. The problem is where do you put them? Where do you store them at once you make them? So I mean, I guess I could set them all up on the second level, but I'm not going to use them all. When I did the river scene, I kind of was making them as I needed them. I'd take them, like I had them all prepped and painted, and then I would just take them. This one's going to go here. That one looks good there. Blah blah blah. Okay, what color is this? All right, I got a red one here. And put a yellow one next to that, or a green one, or you know what I mean. So as I decided where to put a tree, then I colored it and I put it on the layout. So I didn't have them just sitting around. I made a few ahead of time, but I didn't have a big rack of them sitting there. Hey, Dave, yesterday as I worked below Titbit's office overlooking where he looked at the Enola Gay, I took a moment to reflect and thanked him as I turned the hangar lights off. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Definitely, I don't remember who it was. It was a newscaster that called them the greatest generation, wrote a book. I don't know, probably close to 20 years ago now. I don't know if it was after 9/11 or before it or what. Back in the 90s, I think, late 90s, early 2000s. And it definitely would have been a different world if, the Japanese Empire and the Nazis got their way, and ended up winning. Definitely would have been different. I don't think it would have been a good different by any means. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Jim. But, too many people forget, and that's kind of the problem. Thank you, Dwayne. All right, Plumber, you take it easy, my man. Let's see, Anthony Dodge. Good morning. That's pretty cool, those Advent calendars you have. I had to go back and watch the first 5 days. I missed the first 5 days. I only caught yesterday and today's. But that's pretty neat. Let's see who I missed. Plumber's out. Okay. I do have some cows, but I had a bunch sitting there. I took them all out. Once I get this field the way I want it, I'm going to put a barbed wire fence around it. I'm going to put the cows back in. I'm going to put some trees in. It's not a huge field, but that's okay. That probably won't be the only farm I have on this layout, something somewhere else. Andy, I know there's been a few videos on it on YouTube. I haven't really had a chance to watch a bunch of them. But I've seen stuff in the past on their O-gauge stuff. They do HO stuff too. But I know this time of year they do tend to put out more more stuff for train sets and that. Curly Express. Good morning. Layout's coming along, man. That little water that you're doing is looking good. I like it. It's coming along nice. Good work. There's Mikey. Check that, Mike. I don't know if you heard me. I was mentioning you earlier with talking about the build, the Walters Candy Factory, Chocolate Factory. 20 and 16. Yeah, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button, appreciate that. There's a group of us in Arkansas that will be having our first meeting next week. Get the bylaws, strategic plan, code of conduct, elect officers, and start looking for a home. All right. What? Drooling. Oh, yeah, you're talking about with the Novocaine when I go to the dentist. Yeah. No, I'd rather go without it. A little zingy for a minute while they're working on it, but then it's over with. Jason, yeah, that would be pretty cool. you're kind of starting from scratch. So you know the guys you're getting into it with. You know you guys friends, whatever. So when you're just coming into an established club, I think it's a little different. You got to kind of, I don't know, earn your way a little bit, earn their trust, stuff like that. Yeah, Jen, and like I said, I can see it both ways. I definitely am fortunate enough to have the room to have a good size layout. I can't complain there at all. So that's nice, you know. I can run fairly long trains. I've run 65, 70 cars on this layout. You know, I've never tried to go like see how many I could do. You know, just it don't look great because you can see one end of the train and the other end. You know, it's like that's the only downside to that. But I'd almost like to be a part maybe of a modular club or something that I built a module for, kind of like Lynn does, Curdy. Excuse me. And then go to different shows in the area and set up and run trains at the shows. And I think that'd be kind of neat because you'd be kind of controlling your own module or two or however many you build for it, you know, and what you want to do on there. As long as you meet the specifications for the modules, obviously. But I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool. Hi, Dirk. Ohio Steam and Steel. How you doing? Clubs aren't worth the headache for the most part, though. If I did live closer to Tampa, I'd be a part of the Suncoast Club. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty cool club, man. They got a good group of guys there from what I can tell. It's a cool layout, man. They got a really nice layout there. And it's in like this little industrial park, like, you know, you never even know it was in there. It's really weird. It's not like its own little building. It's a part of a building, but it's just nice the way they have it set up there. Club will be fun, but still on my own layout. Yeah, it's same here. Because, like, you know, I come down here whenever I feel like it, you know, and do work or don't do work, and just watch my trains run, do op sessions, whatever. Although it'd be nice to have people over once in a while. It was fun when Anthony was here. And have somebody else enjoy it too. Yeah, and yeah, again, I'll go along with all that. It'd probably be cheaper just to be in a club because I wouldn't have to spend all the money myself to build the scenic and all that stuff. You know, you pay your dues and I don't know what else, but that all kind of goes in, I'm assuming, to paying for the building, paying for things on the layout. Maybe there's other fees that I don't know about, but, you know, when you're doing it all yourself and, you know, it's not just the equipment, you know, the freight cars, the locomotives, all that stuff. It's all the track, all the lumber to build it, all the scenery material, the ballast, you know, it all adds up. And when you're the one person paying for it all, you know, but it is what it is. I mean, you know that going in. So thinking a club can be done right, if set up right. I can say this. You have a massive layout, but it's not fun when you can't run trains with other like-minded people. There are bad apples. Yeah. Oh, and that's why you need, I was looking for the rest of it. That's why you need a code of conduct. Keep the bad apples in check. 100%. 100%. You got to have people behaving themselves, playing nice with others, you know. People got to respect everybody else's equipment when they bring stuff to run. That was another thing, too. I was going to have to buy some Digitrax controls, or a controller anyways, because that club ran Digitrax, and I run NCE, which would have been fine. You think Donald Trump will save America? Well, I think Donald Trump was doing a fine job before. I don't know if he could save it. It's pretty damn screwed up right now. but that's my opinion for what it's worth. Like it or not, it's mine. You can partly save it just by undoing the shit that he did, that Biden did. Let's close the borders for one thing. Let's go back to producing our own energy, get away from this green nonsense. Andy, please don't get me started on this stuff. Say to stolen public and say to and that is why I don't vote. Yeah, well, that. Yeah, but Scenic Express. It's okay when they lose to say it was stolen. It's okay, but when the shoe's on the other foot, of course you're crazy. Yeah, I like Scenic Express. Well, the Scenic has some good product too. Like ground cover and stuff like that. But I really like the Scenic Express for making the trees. I think it's like a little finer maybe than the Woodland Scenics guy. Like I said, I use the fine material for the super trees. And I'll use the super leaf too, but I think it is. I like it better mixed in with the fine foam. I've made some that are just super leaf. I don't know. I like it better that way. Like I don't always do like a solid color, as you can see up there. I do kind of a combination because, as the trees are turning, they're not all just one color. You see some of them have some green and orange in them, some green and brown. One is all brown. Some that are all yellow or all red, but I think it looks cool when you get that effect where they're turning. So you're getting some green in there still, and sometimes trees aren't just one color. You get some orange and red together, yellow and orange together. Kind of, before they get to a certain color, they start out a different shade. Yeah, some of it's just experimental, If it looks good when I get it done, then it looks good. If it doesn't, then I redo it. I hit it with some more material. You'll go to what this is. I don't think so. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might just leave the stash. Might go with the beard. I usually go with the beard in the winter, but I grew the stash for No Shave November. And I don't know. I'm not hating it. What do you guys think? Hey, Chris, what's happening, my man? Good to see you. See, I don't normally have many trains to run, but it's Christmas, so we have the Christmas B&O O-scale running under the tree, and it's oval track. Okay. Hey, John, made it back. Hey, here's Wesley. How you doing, my friend? Good morning. Let me get down there. I keep saying I'm going to get free the cows. Free the cows. We're just saying good morning, everyone. Hi, Ray Ron. Good morning. Says you love modulars. Yeah. Well, that's kind of fun to see, like when you go to a train show, most of that's modular clubs, or the clubs that have modulars. Maybe they have an actual club too. But, yeah, I think it'd be cool. Can't wait for Amherst to see everyone there. Yeah. Planning on it, Mike. We'll see, though, man. We'll see. funds get kind of tight this time of year with the holidays and that, and it's so close to being right after Christmas, at the end of January. So, but we're planning on it. If the wife could get the time off, she hasn't heard yet. The hotel you're staying at is already booked, so there's one or two downtown we're looking at. So it won't be right there next near you guys, though, but we'll see. And we're looking to take an Amtrak out there, so we won't even have a car to drive around or nothing. We'll have to Uber everywhere. But let's see. Hi, Dave and everyone. I hope that Santa brings me HO scale locomotives, DCC with sound. Seaboard coastline. All right. Well, like I kind of hinted at last week before my power went out, I know on their Trains Giving video, Scale Trains, if you go watch that, does say that the next round of ES 44s will include some CSX heritage units. So I don't know if it will be all that they've put out. I think they've put out 7 so far. I'm kind of hoping they don't put out all 7 from Scale Trains at one time, because I don't know how the hell we'll get all 7. Unless they plan on running them again, and it'd be nice if they say that. It'd be nice if what they would do is run maybe half of them, 3 or 4 of them at one shot, like they do with the Norfolk Southern units. And I'm sure they'll rerun them, because I'm assuming they'll be sort of popular. I'll be trying to collect them myself, but I have to sell some stuff off to be able to get them. But that's a lot. That's a lot of money, man. John wanted to pop in and say good morning. Okay, John. Good morning. Appreciate that. Stormy Sky, what's happening? Good to see you in here. Smash that button. Don't cost nothing. Like Pappy says. Closest club view is Memphis. Hour, almost 2 hours away. Yeah, that's another thing. How close is your closest club? Like this club that I was looking at was about a half an hour. But their operating day is a day that I can't. I want to say was it Thursdays? Can't remember if it was a day that I work. So by the time I would get there, you'd be almost done with, Or if it was a day that I was off, but I have to get home and get to bed, man. I know it sounds like whatever, but when you get up at 4:00 in the morning to go to work, it comes fast, man. Staying up to 9:00 as it is, and that's kind of pushing it. Hey, Mike, how's your back? I know you said you tweaked it. Yeah, John, it really is. Dave, have a video of train in cold weather like the 40s or 50s with blowing snow. Back is better today. That's good. Yeah, it's tough when you when you tweak your back, man. It affects so much of everything you do. It's crazy. Question for the chat: why is it that guys have to remember your anniversary? Do women lose their minds first? I am laughing my butt off. I'm pretty good at the anniversary, remembering. Get the anniversary down. I got a birthday down. What else is there? Holidays. Like, I don't know her mom's birthday or brother's birthday. I don't know that. I know the kids' birthdays. My birthday. Like, it's kind of scary. She knows, like, my social security number and stuff like that. Probably from just filling out paperwork and stuff for the kids so much with doctors and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know hers. I don't know all that stuff. So, John says he agrees 100%. Train freak. I don't know, talking about clubs or what? for Scenic Express. Now it has a super leaf, little to go on the ground. Various shades of brown, animal spots. Yeah, it's like a scatter material or something. Like a lot of guys will actually grind up leaves from outside and do that. Kind of the same. Kind of the same. I need to get to making some pine trees. I don't really have any of those. I'd like to throw some of those in. The ones I have, I kind of botched up. I tried to use the spray glue instead of just using hairspray. I think the problem is I got too heavy on the glue, and it got real thick and clumpy. So let's see if I can soak them. Maybe I don't know if that glue will let go though. I could soak them and salvage them and try to get some of that off, maybe. But they're just wire trees, the wire twist. You twist the rope between the two wires and make pine trees. Not boomer diorama trees. They're just basic trees. In fact, I've seen some. They're like bottle brush trees, basically. I've seen some on eBay, and they didn't look too bad in the pictures. I think it was about $20 for 40 of them. I was thinking about it. They look pretty plain, like nothing really on them, so I could put my own material on them. They were just painted green. Thinking about it. Saved me a little bit of work, and for $20, it's 50 cents a tree. It's not too bad. And that was with shipping and stuff. Probably coming from China. I might get them by the summertime. Who knows? So, good morning, Dave, and all in the chat. Sitting in the ER, the door frame got in my way this morning, looking like two. Oh no, shit. Sorry to hear that, Tammy. That's not fun. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Oh man, I got just enough arthritis in my feet already that by the end of the day being on them, man, they just ache. And I can only imagine breaking a toe or two, for that matter. It would just be horrible. Like a good buddy of mine at work, he's having foot surgery today. He's got a couple toes, bunion on one, and he's got like a toe that kind of crosses over, so he's getting those fixed. Get me out for about 6 to 8 weeks with that, man. So, because of the type of work we do, being on our feet all day and having to run around. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. Well, good luck and speedy recovery. Hopefully they get those fixed up for you and you're feeling better. Let's see. Be careful with any holiday that involves your wife or girlfriend. A couple of years ago, my wife told me she did not want a present for Mother's Day. That was a lie. Yeah, and don't get the wife and the girlfriend mixed up either. They don't like that. They get kind of a little bit PO'd over that one. Don't get the gifts mixed up. Going to hell, I swear. Girlfriend, my God. I got enough headaches with my wife. Not headaches, but enough to do. I don't need another. Oh, you're going to Amherst, all right. Planning on it, but like I said, we'll see how things pan out. Anthony's still here, listening, not seeing the chat. Okay, good. We're going to talk all kinds of stuff about you, but just type things. Don't talk out loud. I won't talk out loud. Just type. Sorry to talk about you, Anthony. Yeah, man. Yeah, how dare that door frame jump out at you? It's not very nice of it. We have some scale trains tomorrow. Oh, yeah? What'd you get? I like mine. Mine are all CN. I got a couple Canadian Pacifics. I'll be looking to sell them, I think, because I don't use them. And if they're going to be putting out all these heritage units, I'm going to have to start selling some of this stuff that I bought on a whim just because I thought it would look cool. What hobby is inexpensive? Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. You're talking about the heritage units. All 7 are high demand, though, in the market space. Yeah. If you're talking about those heritage units I was just talking about earlier, Yeah, I mean, there'll be pre-orders for sure. So I mean, I just have to really save the money up. I mean, that's a lot of money though. You figure $300 a piece, 7 locomotives. The math is still okay. It's $2,100. It's a lot of a lot of moolah, a lot of mo. It's a lot of mo. So depending how long you have to save up, at least save some of it up. And then I don't know, man. I don't know. I already warned the wife. She'd already been ready to divorce me. Doing a break in at Sparky's tomorrow. That's how you're getting your scale trains. Are you going up there to visit them? Boy, that was impressive. I'll tell you what. I think Anthony was kind of impressed too. We had a good time at Sparky's when we came up. I'm really glad we were able to make the trip over there and get to see his layout. It's just so much different when you see. Then we always say it's so much different when you see it in person, man. And that goes with everybody's layout, like yours too, Mike. You just don't get the view of the whole room. Like you guys always see this view. I really would like to. I want to get more of a portable table, kind of like Mike has, where I can move it around at least a little different angle. If I want to move around, I got to, it's really difficult. That's why you always get the same view. Once I get something going on back here behind me that looks better than that junk, then it won't be quite as bad. But, you can't really see the trains run a little bit over my shoulders, but you can't see much from this angle. So, let's see. Yeah, but it's definitely expensive. Supercell Rail Fan. What's happening? Sladen. Change your name? Well, I'm behind times. I didn't know you changed your name. Well, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you still hanging in there. Ah, thanks, Tammy. We need to send you money to pay the hospital bill. Not sending me money. But I appreciate it. Hospital laughs, funny meds. Yeah. There's some good meds in the hospital, let me tell you. I freely distribute them to my patients. The amount of drugs we give in recovery is nuts. The amount of fentanyl, Dilaudid, morphine. It is a lot. Let's see. Super Real Fan at a tree. Oh my God, fall on you on Thanksgiving Day. What the hell? Hope you're okay. Wasn't too big. Okay. Hey, still a tree's a tree, man. You didn't say a twig. If a twig fell on you, it'd be another story. Come on. But a tree's a tree. Yeah, and all right, let's do a hobby rant. We all know it's expensive. But my God. It was John from the Peanut Gallery over there. I didn't even know you're in there. How you doing, John? She don't usually watch. She's working. She don't watch this boring channel. But she's working. What was it? It was Chris from Tennessee River showed me Athens. I think, again, we started talking about some of this last week before my power went out. But, their new Dash 9s are for DCC and Tsunamis, listed at $349 or something, $350. So, by the time you add shipping, because that's one thing I'll give scale trains too, is that anything over $99, they pay the shipping. But you figure anywhere from $10 to $20 to ship it. So, you're looking at your cost, close to $400 for one locomotive. Shit. I mean, and we keep buying it, so they're going to keep doing it. Not all of us, but dummies like me still buy the stuff. I don't buy Athearn. Rarely do I buy Athearn. I don't like Athearn that much. Details I like. I like Tsunami, but they're too light. They don't pull anything. Sladen says he's been asked out to the next. Oh, that's cool. Well, good for you. Did you say yes? And when's the dance? Is it like a winter Christmas type dance, or is it after the New Year and there's like a winter formal or something? Well, that's great, man. That's great. Oh man, that's funny. For those that know, no. Those that don't know won't get the joke, but yeah. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. That would not be good. Ay, ay, ay. We have the same demented mind, Bernard, I think. At least a little bit. The tree was about 6 inches in diameter and crashed. Oh, man. Well, hopefully you were okay. Okay, thanks again, Tammy. Good luck. Let us know how it goes. Oh, bruise 5 ribs, bone bruise, 4 parts of my spine, and concussion. Damn it. How you feeling now? You healing up okay? Jeez. Not good. Not good. You gotta be careful, man. Hey, Thomas. How you doing, Thomas Moore? What's going on, buddy? You're using a laptop when you stream it, so look at getting a laptop stand. It will raise up, and the trains won't be hidden behind you as much. Like a stand, like one that's from the floor up, kind of stand. I'm definitely looking for something. There was one that was at Home Depot. It was almost $300, but it was kind of too big. It was a big table. It was like 52 inches long by 22 feet, 22 feet, 24 inches wide, I think it was. And you could crank it up and down. It had a couple of drawers in it and stuff. It was really nice, but because ultimately what I like to do is be able to take this work table that I'm working on now and be able to put it underneath the layout, out of the way, open up this space here where I have the table that I work on. I don't like working in a workroom as much. Kind of keep that more as my storeroom for all my paints and things like that. Technically, I should be working in there. That's probably where I'm going to have. If I ever get a 3D printer, I'll put it back there. If I ever get an actual paint booth, because I just use like water-based acrylics. I don't use anything that I would have to really vent on the paints. Problem is that it is a furnace room. It gets loud in there to stream from in there. The furnace will kick on, or in the summer the air will kick on. You hear it enough and here. So I actually work from in there would be too much noise. You got the hiccups, man. See, I know the feeling. I had a work accident at the beginning of October. I'm still off, waiting for hospital appointments, etc. Speedy recovery. Yeah. How you doing on that? Hopefully you're healing okay too. I know that you've been out for a minute. That's not a bad idea, you know. Yeah. Because you can get some good stuff. You get to a train show, even, you get some guys that have pretty much new stock, like you said, old old stock. And I've gotten decent at putting decoders in. Jason bails me out when I need him to with programming. I have it down mostly, but I get stuck here and there, and I beg him for help. I don't have to beg him; he willingly helps me. He's a good guy, but one of these days I won't have to bother him at all with it. He always says I'm not bothering him, but in my mind, I want to be able to do it myself and not have to ask for help. The install is not the problem; it's the programming I get stuck with. I always tend to miss something or hit something wrong, try to go too quick with it probably. In fact, I have a couple of Tsunami boards I have to put in those SD60Ms, those Conrails. couple more I got a great price on. Those are old Proto 2000s, brand new. Well, used from a friend. He bought them used, but they run well. They weren't new when he got them, but he took care of them. I cleaned them up, re-greased them and everything, and they run good. Put some new LEDs in them. Probably going to upgrade them to ditch lights, maybe patch them out for CSX, even though it's still too old for my era, because I'm running basically today. So there's no Conrail left, any patched units are gone other than your heritage units. But I was just watching something on YouTube. It was like 30 minutes long. It was B&O C&O Western Maryland, the Coal Road or something it was called, something along those lines. And man, those rainbow years, I'll tell you, when they took over and you had some stuff painted chassis, you still had the B&O and C&O blue and yellow. They're just different shades. I think the CSX blue is actually the C&O blue from back when. We had some Western Maryland out there, the old circus paint, just all different colors of different railroads, It's a really cool time to model. So I'm hanging on to that stuff because I'll never get it for the same price if I ever let go of it. I did let go a couple of years back of my two, I think they were SD35 chop nose Western Maryland circus painted locomotives. They were Atlas silver, so they were just DCC non-sound. And I got a bug up my ass and decided I wanted to sell them. And the guy still has them. I still keep in touch with them. Check out my babies once in a while, but I regret selling them, I'll tell you. Anyways, Thomas wants to know who's ready to ride the Polar Express. There you go. It's that time of year. Glad to model an era where the manufacturer doesn't make hardly anything anymore. I don't have to worry about blowing funds on locomotives and use that towards the layout. Yeah, that is true. That's true. Hey, Dave, BNSFN scale. I didn't even know you're in here. I'm sorry. Good morning. And yeah, same here. I hope everybody's feeling good for Christmas, gets over their ailments. Everybody's healthy and has a good Christmas. Dinmore Junction. Welcome in. How are you? Oh, you're really throwing it back. Wow. I know you're modeling that far back. That's pretty cool, though. That's good, Thomas. Glad you're doing good. Yeah, the doctor said he's running out of paper to write my needed surgeries on, so I gave starting December 26th, first of many surgeries. Oh, wow. All right. Well, there you go. I guess start with the most pressing issues first and whatever's going to be most beneficial. Oh, dropped off on your end or my end, Jim? I didn't notice anything going on my end. Train Freak, it's the future. Just need a good battery system, 3D print track, and HO Garden Railway. Here I come. That 3D's coming a long way, man. Guys are printing. Look at Jim. He's printing cars and he's printing everything, man. Corn stalks. I've been working on that too. I painted all those up. Got at least a nice base color. Once I get them on a layout, then I could kind of hit them maybe with a little bit of highlights or something. But I'm pretty happy with the color and everything right now. The more I played with it, the more I was unhappy with it. So I just started keeping it just buff. It's called, the color's buff. That's what the color is called, and I'm happy with that. Being a modeling, dead corn, basically dried corn stalks. Saturday is cousin Vinny's contest. I don't know if Vinny was having a contest, but okay. You guys check that out. Good luck. Connecting with nature. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. I was getting caught up, and now I'm back behind again. You ever just think you hear a derailment? I don't think it is. I'll find out soon enough. Trainworks, good morning. Blood Files, welcome in. Good morning to you. So I'm kind of running behind. I know. Shocker there. Send me a picture of your laptop stand. All right, let me check that out. Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of cool because then you can put stuff underneath it too, like out of your way. All right. I was thinking maybe you were talking about something more like a stand, from the ground up kind of stand. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm looking for. Something I might have to just build something. We'll see. I'll come across something somewhere at some store or online. Something will pop up, and I saw what I wanted at a hotel when I went to Amherst last year. We stayed at a true. It's called TRU. I don't know if it was who was by Hilton or somebody. I don't know. It was okay. It was kind of a budget place, but it wasn't bad. My back didn't like the bed too much, is all I'll say. But other than that, it was clean. It was nice. But they had this little desk on wheels, and it rolled underneath the counter there, and you could pull it out, and it was nice. It was maybe about 2.5, 3 feet long by about 18 inches or so deep. It was, I measured, well, I didn't have a measuring tape, but I had, kind of makeshifted, measured it. And guesstimated it to be about 28, 29 inches high, which would fit underneath the layout perfectly. It was on wheels, and it wasn't, it was big enough, but not overly big, and just what I need out here, But can't find anything like it. I have no idea where they got it from, and I tried to email them and ask them, but I never really got a response back from them. Anyways, I'll find something like it. Yes, he is. He's the guy to go to if you have needs for decoders or installs or questions. 2 blue box locomotives on both are dummy units sitting on my display shift. Okay, display shelf. I sold 2 blue box F7s off. Kind of kicking myself. They were old, man. I bought those when I was a kid, basically. Bought them new from a hobby store. Abused the hell out of them. Still ran, though. Cleaned them up a little bit. I had them when I got back in 2017. I drug them out, cleaned them up. They were just DC. I never converted them, and then I sold them off because I was trying to get money together to build the layout. So I was selling some old stuff that I didn't need anymore, and they seemed they're better. They were beat up, no doubt. I didn't have any glass in the windows anymore, stuff like that. I'm going to send my AC44 back to scale trains. Ground lights don't work. Oh, man. I got to contact them, come to think of it. A couple runs ago on the ES44s, I have one damn ditch light out on each one of those things. I think it's the right-hand side, so it's got to be a connection issue. I honestly haven't tore them down yet. And not only that, even my SD40-3s, I feel like they have the capacitors in them, but as soon as I take them up the track, it doesn't hold any charge. not even for a couple seconds, But they don't stall out on anything, they're working fine in that manner, as far as But it's not like when you put a current keeper or something in. Those things have, I don't know, they have a lot of time, at least 10 seconds. And you don't need 10 seconds, but they do have. Any of the ones I've installed seem to last, especially if you had it running for a while and given it plenty of time to charge up. Jason, that's what I want to get with you on. On those PMP8 boards, I have capacitors. I want to hook capacitors up together to make my own keep alive. I don't know where to attach them to the board. I mean, I watched George from Soundtracks, how he did the capacitors, how he hooked them up together, but he doesn't show how they go to the board or where they go on the board. So if you know, maybe I'll get with you. Don't have to be anytime soon. I'm not going to install those anytime soon. But eventually I'll get to that point. And I want to hook up at least a couple, just, for, turnouts and dirty track and stuff like that. My track's generally pretty good. But I know at one point or back in time you said you knew how to tell me where to go on the board to hook those up. That sucks. Yeah, I'm sure that I'm assuming you contacted them and they told you to send it back. Love the old Walters tank car kits. I am terrible. I like the old Walters kits, yes. I cannot build a tank car to save my life. The damn ladders and stuff on that thing. I end up with glue everywhere. I don't know what the heck I do wrong with those stupid kits, but I just cannot seem to build them. I don't know what I do wrong, but they're just a mess. In fact, did I buy one or two off you back when, and I had you actually put them together for me because I'm just terrible at putting them together? I could swear I did. One had like an orange stripe on it, and one was all black. They were the longer tank cars. I had a white one from you or something too. I think that was already put together. I bought off you. I think. Anyways. I watched that as well, Dave. Love seeing the old roads as they were. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was about the old coal roads. I can't remember the name of it, but it was pretty neat. He even showed like some of the little interurban, the little trolley cars that they had and stuff. I don't know, they're not trolley cars, but you know what I mean. It was pretty neat. All right, Dirk, take it easy, man. I have one of the original Union Pacific Railroad screw spikes from 1937, man. I don't know how you keep track of all this stuff. I don't know how you know what it is. Is it all stamped on these things? Or you just research it? I never honestly paid that much attention to rail spikes as far as what's stamped on them. Ben says he'd love to have some old railroad memorabilia. I had a bunch of rail spikes in one of the decorations outside for Christmas. It's just something that has like a stand, but it blows over. So you got to weigh it down. So I zip tied a bunch of spikes together, like 3 or 4 of them, made like a little square block out of them. And I put that on the base. They ain't going nowhere. So I fixed the problem. Yeah, we don't do a whole lot of decorating outside anymore. I used to get I had so much reindeer, Santa Claus on a sled, all kinds of stuff when the kids were little. Snowman, drummer boy, little soldier guys, all kinds of shit, man. Those big, like, light up bulbs that you put out, they stake in the ground. I don't do all that anymore. In fact, I need to have a garage sale. Sell some of that shit off. Neighbor across the street got a bunch of little kids. They put up those blow up stuff. The one that you blow the air in and it's like a balloon and it blows up. I should offer some of that stuff to them, see if they want any of it. For them, I would just give it away, Yeah, I agree, John. Hope your surgeries go well, Bernard. Oh, no joke. That's going to be a hard catch. Do they have? I know UP has some heritage stuff. Do they have a Southern Pacific heritage, like with the Bloody Nose or anything? I don't know much about them. I just know that they have some stuff. Oh, hold on. Speaking of that, I got a picture. Oh, that's old. What kind of locomotive is that, Jason? There's the one he was just talking about. You gonna see that? I got a glare. That's really cool, man. A -9? What is that? When did Southern Pacific? When did they become a part of Union Pacific? How long ago was that? Yeah, but Thomas, he's over in England, right? Ben, I don't know if you're gonna find a Union Pacific Railroad spikes over there. Maybe if you take a vacation over here, you get a chance to. Scroll down. Oh. Well, I'm very far behind. UP 6236 XSP 257 AC 44 CW. Ah, okay. He was telling me to scroll down in the chat, and I would find out what it actually is. Bricks Railroad, what's going on? Dr. Cole had to run over there. All right. Hope that's all well. Well, guys, it's 10 after, almost a quarter after. And I unfortunately have that appointment to make up at the dealership to see what the hell is going on with this damn check engine light on my van. And right now I'm down to one car, so my son has the other car. I'll be getting stickers made very soon. So if anyone wants one, I'll make a video about them. Yeah, I definitely would like them. Still waiting on one from Mr. Artie Farty. I don't know. I see all these people getting stickers. My buddy decided he didn't know my address, apparently. Do you really? That's awesome. I have the F7s. Mine are Bachmann, though. And I put in Tsunami with Keep Alive or Current Keepers in them. And it's a Christmas short line Thursday. Yeah, Jim's on tonight, 6 o'clock. I'm assuming 6 to midnight. Jim Tedesco's channel. Just kidding, Jim. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Papa John, how you been, man? You guys going to that? Is it this weekend? The Columbus train show when we met up last year? I can't go this year, unfortunately. Oh, is that the ones? Yeah, those are the ones that I bought a couple off of you. It's been a few years back now. And you, yes, Doodlebugs, thank you. I couldn't think of the word. You know what I meant. They weren't really trolley cars, but it's, Hey, cut me some slack. I'm old, man. I can't remember everything. Lay out prototype or freelance. I want a prototype railroad, but it seems that freelance is easy to do. Yes. Mine is what they would call or consider proto-lanced. I kind of go with prototype era because I'm basically modern day. I'm in basically central Ohio, so pretty flat, just a little hilly, not no mountainous areas. Tried to get some of the towns somewhat right as far as along the route, but I'm just kind of making it up as I go. Like I'm going to put a General Mills facility in. There's no General Mills that I know of in Ohio, but I want a General Mills plant. I want a cereal plant. Now, I believe they're up in Flint or Battle Creek, Michigan. So not too far away, but I don't know. It wouldn't be on the route that I'm running. So I guess it would be considered proto-lanced. I wanted certain industries and I wanted a certain area and a certain uh, time of year, which is fall. I might do a little summer in there too. I'm debating if I want to switch seasons, but we'll see. Um, and basically an era, which is modern because I like the modern equipment. Although I did start out with more of the older equipment, um, like B&O, C&O, um, Jeeps, and things like that. So I don't want to sell chassis. I don't want to sell that stuff off because I'm gonna be hell buying that again. Some of it was cheaper stuff that isn't really worth keeping, but until I find something that I want to replace it with that's better quality, then I'll keep it. It's a mix between the Heritage is mixed between Daylight and Black Widow paint. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So that's what he was just saying. 1996. Yeah, I'm just not really a UP guy. I have one Union Pacific locomotive, and I have the Union Pacific 1943, and then the Union Pacific George Bush 4141. I got those just because they're pretty cool specialty units. I like those. And I just think that's really cool. The George Bush unit looks so cool. That's the old man Bush, not the son. All right, guys. I think, I don't know. I never did make it to the end of the stream. Don't forget we'll catch Jim tonight. And then at 6, and then Truckside Mike and James are doing Third Rail Thursday tonight. That's right. Plant is still there. Oh, in Toledo. Okay. Well, yeah, that's good because I'm kind of calling it Perrysburg is where that big grain facility used to be up on the Maumee River. I think it's the Maumee, the river up there. So that's labeled as Perrysburg where my co-op is. So sort of the Toledo area. So there you go. Like I said, Proto Lance, kind of a little bit of real and a little bit not real. So it gives me a little bit of creativity license and to do kind of what I want to do. Ray Ron is a rebel. He says, I'm a fantasy rebel. I run what I want when I want. Well, that's one thing I'm not a big fan of is, and you do what you want. I'm not knocking you by any means. But when people paint up fantasy schemes, on locomotives, there was never on those locomotives. It don't have to be exact number, road specific, all that stuff. But, it's weird to me. So that's all. We crossed Georgia was in the 70s when Seaboard Coastline and decided freelance might be better than modeling something real. Well, if you're going to go real, correct me if I'm wrong, guys that do, 100% prototypical. You want to pick a specific section of a line to model, specific towns, specific industries to model so that you can stay prototypical. As it would be if I was to change and do it that way, that's what I would do. So it wouldn't just be the way I wanted to run my track through. I would try to do it more prototypical as far as how the tracks ran, what towns they went through, what the towns looked like, try to model some of the buildings or at least the layout of the buildings, the industries that were in those towns. So, stuff like that. Obviously, what railroad ran them, what type of cars, what, based on the era, what locomotives would have been in that era. Like you're not going to run, a brand new, whatever, ES44, Tier 4, whatever, if you're modeling 1970. So, stuff like that, And if it's not a heritage unit, you're not going to paint a chassis system fantasy scheme on a brand new locomotive unless it was going to be a heritage unit, in my opinion. What is Rule 42? Yeah, I there was a guy on Facebook. He did such good work, man, but he made the whole funeral train. I think he did the excursion train too, and that and all that. And he had the funeral car. There's all like I think they made them out of like Walther's Proto or Walther's mainline passenger cars. Painted them up Union Pacific, and he had the actual funeral car with the guards and everything in there, and cool as hell. Worth the money. I just didn't have the money. They wanted I think 100 and a half, 175 per car. There's all custom and does great work, but I just couldn't afford it. It was just too much, to be able to actually build the whole train. And I wasn't that much into it. I just thought the locomotive looked cool, and you know the fact that he was into trains and like trains and stuff was really cool. Because that's sat at the Bush Library, I believe. I don't even know if it ran. I think like I don't know if it was under its own power or not because I think it was paired up with other locomotives for the funeral train. So it might have just been, a dummy at that point. I have no idea. So, all right. Anyways, I got to get moving here so I can get up to the dealership. But and scale Empire Builder. So, oh, cool. We can maybe. Is it still General Mills, Papa John? I'll have to look it up, man. It's just everything. So again, sorry if I didn't get to all you guys' questions. I hate when I have stuff to do, man. This sucks. But he wanted me to get it up there because they just worked on it. So he wants me to run the code to scan on it to see if it's something that they did or because they had to order the part. It was a dealer part. Ah, gotcha. Okay. I'm a little slow, but I'll get it eventually. It's like a steel trap up here, man. All right, hey Jason, I'll hit you up on those questions here, maybe later today or something. No, we'll see. Rick, I'm getting ready to get out of here, man. But hi, hope everything's going well. You're selling a lot of trees this time of year. Selling off all your cousins. Rick the tree. Yeah, you're welcome, John. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate all the support. And I will catch you guys next week. Like I said, I'll be on vacation. Hopefully, I won't have anything going on. I can just do whatever and get some work done down here, is what I'm hoping for. So, yeah, there you go. All right, guys. Again, thanks. Talk to you all later. Bye for now.